There, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is Mr. Doggo333, and welcome back to Hard to Find 4 New Order Last Days of Europe as a Far Eastern Soviet Republic. Last video, we finished up our regional tree, and we're preparing to make one nice big push all the way into Central Siberia and take them out, if we can, of course. Yeah. Can escalate some land reform programs, so let's go ahead and do that while we can. We'll do probably a lot of these while we still can. We got some Comic-Con stuff that I think started going on this last time around. And could do improved motorized. Yeah, it's really time to go ahead and get to it. Looks like we got some okay luck on some of our pushes. Also looks like we're being pushed back a little bit. So we'll see how it ends up going for us. We'll go ahead and get the timer running. We kind of struggle in the Far East. I think I'm not too surprised the Far East has nothing industry-wise. So the fact that we're doing even this okay, I think is a testament. Or that says something at least. Oh, we can't do this quite yet. Well, oh, understandable. Have a nice day. We're mainly getting pushed. We're not pushing. I'll give us a little while. We'll see how well I end up doing. I think we're mainly beating them so far, but I think we'll slow down for a bit. Just for a second. Looks like we can get a new doctrine, which I think is the play. Let's get tactical support. General Assembly is voting on something. I mean, I guess. Why not? Let's move there, see if we can't encircle Pan-African community. Okay. Interesting. In the meanwhile, absent chat for the French Republic, which done diddly dided officially. Herr Speer is prevailing for the most part. Okay. Observer status extended. This is just kind of not going anywhere right now. Well, they'll take observer status. I'll take that. This is turning to be a pretty red West Africa, which I think I'm cool with. We got a three-way war going on. It looks like I think the Yanks are supporting the Congo state. Germans are supporting these guys. Maybe Japan's supporting these guys? I'm not sure. We've lost some divisions outright, it looks like. Yeah, I'm kind of on a time crunch, if only because I have 2 thumbnails left for this series. My thumbnail guy is already... Yeah, onwards. My thumbnail guy is already busy enough with, some of the stuff that I've requested him to do. I do not want to add on a couple extra thumbnails onto his plate. So, plus I don't know if we can legit win this right now. Fighting as an east side, far side, east nation is hard. So, we had a mass mutiny, as we can see. Tragic for the Kemerovians. But that's what you get when you ally yourself with reactionary monarchs. Or whatever the fuck Kemerovo is supposed to be. We might go for new basic fighters. Repurpose some more of this stuff. Now just fucking hustle. What else do we got? We can do this, why not? Not really sure what else to research at this point. Oh, the French Civil War. What? Oh, God, what in the fuck is going on there? This is messy, too. Undeniably. France is having a rough go of it, clearly. Peugeot moment. Got better industrial expertise. Excelente. Ooh, innovative industrial base. Sweet. That wasn't a surprise there. We were almost at 45% poverty. I think we started off with 80% or 70%, some really high number. So that is really cool to see that we've come this far along. We're doing really well in that regard. I'm proud of us. I really am. What? Can send volunteers to... How would we need to send volunteers to Burkina Faso? I don't understand. It's not. I don't think it's my thing to understand. I forget if I do have the air going. That's helping a little bit, it seems. I don't know by how much, really. Game. There we go. West Africa going against Sokoto. Going and turning Africa red. I don't think I'm really I mean, as a proud socialist, I think we have to be proud of this. And how it's turned out. Yeah. Glory to revolution. Am I right? What? I don't know what divisions those guys got, but they seem to be pretty decent. Let's get better recon companies. Looks like we can afford to do so. And, let's just say that I'm getting reports of from Kemerovo. Hello, Evan. How are you, buddy? Long time no see. We're just, witnessing some mass mutinies, in favor of the revolution. It's been a while, at least since you've been on stream. How have you been in the few days that I haven't seen you? Nezram is online. Fun. Ooh! Fear the Flare, thank you for the Prime sub, my friend. I very much appreciate it. Ooh, we have trains, it looks like. Let's take those. Incredible? Glad to hear. Glad to hear that. Trying to think what else to talk about. I got excited seeing you come in here. Now I'm nervous and confused. Scientific research, healthcare networks. How goes with you? No rehearsal tonight? No, only Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I think they're doing something else over there, but it is not something they need me for. Sell some convoys. Stellar, indeed. Get to go ahead and play some games and get ready for work tomorrow. Yep, I am still at work. Scheduled for tomorrow. I have Sunday off. I'm debating whether or not I want to ask if I can get the whole of this next week on, so I can get some overtime. Yes, railroad junction, heck yeah. Because that is kind of tempting to me. Because overtime pay is going to be... Oh, nice. Finally get some extra factories. Overtime pay is $25.50 an hour. Granted, I only get it for one day, if that, but... I mean, I could use the money. I mean, everyone could use the money, realistically, but... Ooh, looks like the Germans are probably winning out over there. It's going to be a pretty interesting world in how, who's winning the victories. But yeah, work is fun. Well, fun enough. Passing of that. I don't think I'm really concerned about sending volunteers to Benin right now. They seem to be doing okay, honestly. But I'm glad they're doing okay. All the West Africans have puppets out of all these guys. Okay. That's interesting. Not any puppets in Ghana, though. I doubt they'd touch Liberia, though I don't know about that. Sierra Leone they might get to, though. How about you, man? How was your flight back? Get any other cancellations on ya? Let's try to move. Piazza Fontana bombings. Seen that often enough. Let's get some basic jet fighters. Oop. Improve close air support, methinks, is the play. And then... yeah. It's good. Car troubles on the way home from the airport, so my trip ended up being 12 instead of 4, but I made... There we go! Right, I remember you were in the, you were in a motel for a bit. Unscheduled. Always fun when that happens, but you made it back. Hydrate? Thank you, sir. Thank you for looking out. But yeah. How are the roommates? They doing okay? Oop. Don't crash, don't crash. There we go, we're good. Oh! I actually haven't seen this officially before. They're good. That's good. We just won. Let's get some pogs in chat. Beautiful. So we're gonna integrate all this territory. I'll click some of this real quick. It's probably our last chance to do so. And then let's go ahead and tap on. That's still horrible to look at. I'm not going to for now. We can propose military assistance to these guys. I think we'll do that. Where's the button? Siberian reunification. There we go. There we are, the Siberian Socialist Republic. Fun stuff. Got into the atomic age, which is pretty generic. We've probably done most of this. And we got the dream of a better world as well. This is where it gets into the wholesome shit, it looks like. Well, let's get to the dream of a better world, eh? We are but a few dreamers, declaring our dream through a remote antenna near the eastern shore of Lake Baikal. We thought nobody would hear us, or that they would share this dream, but they did. We're in a warlord stay on the most forgotten coast in the world. Nobody thought we could take over the much stronger and populous areas of central Siberia. Certainly not without compromising our ideals. But we did. Now we have a massive chunk of the old Union under control. We prepare now to solidify our rule and take the rest in this climactic battle for Russia. And nobody, not even ourselves, is willing to doubt our dream now. Gotta do my laundry. Good job, good catching up, man. Good luck. Thank you, my friend. Good, always a pleasure seeing you, sir. Best of luck with your laundry. Hope you don't get lost or anything while doing it. We can train up more guys. I think that might be the play here. Get a whole other army of these guys. Although it looks like kind of struggling production-wise. Well, hopefully once we core all this stuff up, we should get some increases. Ooh, go ahead and do a socialist refuge. I am down for this. Yeah. Increase to our, or decrease our poverty rate, rather. They do not want to support the Red Poppy movement, you damn traitors. Although, I don't actually see where they're here. They have one territory left. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's not going well for them, it looks like. And alas, it did not work for them. An end to wonders, on to an uncertain future. Siberian finished signing the forms officially establishing the existence of Novosibirsk Workers' Council. This last many tasks, and you complete that long night last, you could go home and rest. He spun his coat and left his office. He was stopped by the members of a central committee. Come, Valery. They have a surprise for you. Sabine blinked as he followed the committee members into a conference room, his eyes widening at what he saw on the map. A complete map of the Siberian Socialist Republic from Kamchatka in the east to the Gulf of Ob in the west. He collapsed on a chair as his breaths fast and shallow. So many people, so many families, all counting on him to ensure that they are safe and free. So many people whose lives could be destroyed with a single stroke of a pen. Did he fail them that evening? What if his decisions made their lives worse than before he came to rule them? He began to shake, cursing himself under his breath when a hand extended itself. He looked up and saw it was Markiv. Don't worry, comrade. We got your back, Markiv said, Sablin taking his hand and getting up again. In times of trouble, you always had us to depend on. Always try to remember that, comrade. We're all in this together. Look, Vade, if you're still worried, I still got some brandy in my cabinet. Thank you, comrade, but I don't think I need it. Laughed Sablin as the committee left the room together. Solidarity forever. Well, that's just sweet and wholesome, isn't it? Let's do Echoes of a Siberian Plan. The Siberian Plan was Bukharin's major project, to turn the wastes of Central Siberia into a thriving hub of industry. One that would propel the Soviet Union to the modern age. Now we may have plenty of well-reasoned objections to the way the plan was carried out, but we do have to admit the idea of a Siberia-based industrial powerhouse is tempting, especially considering our current position. The infrastructure laid down so long ago will be the basis of a new Siberian plan, one that fits the needs of the working class, and not the lofty dreams and quotas. One not built not on the back of political prisoners in the Gulag system, but with the full support of the working class. There's a foundation here, and we can build whatever we want on top of it. That works for me. We tried. Can't say that we didn't try, but... Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. China modernizes. Good for China. They managed to make it through their focus tree without imploding horribly. You always love to see that. Ooh, extra production units. Wonderful. What do we got? Let's get more workshops going. Anti-air. There we go. Let's embrace our new comrades. Central Siberia is not like the East. There's a lot less coastline for one thing, but there are more industry here as well. The main difference is that there are a lot more people here, a diverse group of people who hold many ideologies. From socialism to bourgeois democracy to whatever the hell Rurik was up to. These people will be integrated into our political system. By introducing them to the civic duties of a socialist and espousing the benefits of our system, they will come to realize that we have the way of the future. Winning the support of the population will give us a larger number of workers to fight on our side. There we go. I gotta say, I fucking hate what's going on here. This is horrifying to look at. Like, what? Why? Why? Why is this a thing? I'd probably give Sverdlovsk the advantage. But I honestly hope Sverdlovsk wins, because if they do, we might be able to peacefully unify. I forget. I don't know if we still have it in this update, but let's do open hand. One must not forget what we are doing here. Our goal is not to crush the people of Siberia beneath the trends of revolution, but to uplift them into a new and brighter future. We're doing this for them, and if they don't recognize it at first, then we'll show them through our actions. Let's go forth, holding ourselves to the highest standards. We'll unite Russia through kindness, and not simply purge those that disagree. We're doing this for the greatest cause the human race has ever known, and we must not forget that we are to behave as such. There we go. The council buildings of Kansk lay silent, as they once had been filled with dozens of bickering voices with little agreement, save for unanimous and complete rejection of authority. A cold blast of Siberian air hit the former council members as they stood while waiting outside. They had received a message from the new General Secretary of Siberia, Valery Sablin, summoning them for a meeting. The counselor stood in the cold for about half an hour before a truck stopped in front of him. The young general secretary stepped out. He approached the counselors, hand extended. "Comrades," he began, but was immediately cut off. "We're not your comrades, statist," one of the counselors retorted. Siberian frowned. Each of the men before him looked up at him in disdain, refused to shake his hand. He sighed and dropped his hand back to his side, continuing. "I presume you know why I'm here? To dissolve our councils and state your own rule? To chase us off with some NKVD thugs?" "Quite the contrary, comrades," Siberian said, smiling slightly. "I'm here to tell you that your councils will continue local governance of Kansk, and I'm sure you can see there's no NKVD thugs in that truck with me. Come, it's cold out here. We continue this conversation inside." Councilors stood silently. Had they been too rash in presuming that Siberian was merely another oppressor? One of them opened the door to the council building and gestured for the general secretary to enter. Perhaps we can be comrades after all. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, our GDP has increased a nice amount, I'm seeing. Boo. Probably had better luck with, the other guys. Oh, mama. Now we can actually... Let's get anti-air back and rolling. That is nice to see. I want to check our economy real quick. I'm hoping we might actually have... Are we actually making money finally? Oh my god, we're finally making money. This is incredible. We don't want an October Revolution. We want food. Love the workers and keep us... I just noticed my army expenditure is way down here. Oh god, I'm gonna keep it low for a bit. Gonna do tax hike as well. That's probably why. At least part of the reason why our army wasn't doing too hot. Oh, we'll keep this low for a while, and I'll just hope I can remember to put it back down. We don't want October Revolution. We want food. Love the workers, then keep us alive. Protesting workers had their signs high in the Lenin Square of Novosibirsk, shouting anti-satellite slogans and demanding the shortage of food come to an end immediately. Squads of policemen stared down at the workers, but that was to be expected, they concluded, after years of despotism. What was not expected, however, was a large armored car that pulled up to the city square. Protesters were dumbfounded as none other than Valery Siberian walked out and ordered the police to stand down. "Excuse me, comrades. I'd like to speak with the leader of this protest." The workers led a man with a scar on his left cheek out of the way, who met Siberian near the center of the square. This protest is over a recent shortage of food. I've heard some food shipments of the city, but in the meantime, is there anything else I can do for the city? New leadership means new expectations. Well, that's just wholesome. Almost obnoxiously so, I'm not gonna lie. We can't do research yet. We can do industrial management, so let's do that. Can give more power to the workers, hypothetically. Uplift the proletariat. That's going to screw our GDP, though, so I'm going to probably hold off on that as long as we can. Let's give a roof over everyone's head. Times are tough. People are living on the streets or in poorly maintained huts and structures. Whole families go without roofs over their heads or walls to give them their own privacy. We need to fix this problem in a way that does the most amount of good for the most people for the lowest cost. This means apartment blocks. With enough efforts, we can guarantee every citizen has a warm and private place away from cold and snow. This may leave much to be desired in terms of urban design and is not the most luxurious accommodation, but is worth the trade-off to ensure citizens do not want for housing. And there we go. Music's very suspenseful. Achoo! Excuse me. Do general building construction. I think that is the play. Speaking of construction, we got some good construction going along. How are we doing? We could use some more hospitals, maybe namely in Krasnoyarsk. Well, we'll get that hospital running eventually. Anything that increases our GDP? I don't quite think so. Let's give all power to the workers. Of course, workers should be able to organize. What true socialist would be able to deny this? If something's wrong, the workers should get together with their comrades in the fields and demand redress. If management refuses to change, then they can take action. Workers everywhere should be able to do it, and we've kept our workers from doing it far too long. Starting now, anyone who wants to unionize their workplace in a trade union can. No restrictions, no retaliation, and no repression. If this isn't one of those disguising fascist unions, they can do it. Disgusting fascist unions, they can do it, rather. It will be their right, but they know it is also their duty if we are to have workplace democracy. There we go. I'm going to run for another 5 minutes. Just because I was about to run out of time. And there we go with the Russian states. Exercising up as much as we can. Mutinies are crushed in accordance with eternal and unchanging iron laws. Adolf Hitler. Tying loose ends. I think Germany's just able to do that and won't be too bad, I presume. Another joins the fold. And, yep. Onwards they go. All power to the workers. Next, let's do upholding democracy. Party leaders will no longer have the only say in Siberia's policy. It's time we allow the average person to weigh in. Every adult citizen will be granted the right to universal, direct, secret ballots. They may then vote for the party or independent candidates. Non-party member with no criminal record can run as an independent too if they have signatures from 1% of the area they wish to represent. Seats will then be split proportionally between party members and independent candidates. In this way, the representatives the people want can be at every table in Siberia. Well, there we go. Certainly interesting. The Pact Commission of France. French state. I don't think France is exactly in a position to negotiate. Yeah, I mean, I can't say I'm entirely surprised. Disappointed, perhaps, but not surprised. That's your mind under Pujotism, I guess. Let's do liberation, not annihilation. Let's clarify what the Red Army does to all of our recruits. It is a force of revolution, yes, but it's not just a blunt instrument to beat anyone we don't like with. It's a professional force that will liberate mankind, not shoot other warlords or raid outlying villages. We're doing this for the people of the villages and towns we take. We will not tolerate any hooliganism or harsh retaliatory methods in the areas we occupy. A Red Army soldier is a friend to the people of Russia, not just another conqueror. There we go. Got some more infrastructure going. Anything else we should work towards infrastructure-wise? Infrastructure here is not good. God, there's no infrastructure in Tanituva. Plus, it has nice resources going for it. So we really should get working towards that. We'll drop these divisions here. Get a whole army going. And the Germans have won in the Congo. It's certainly interesting to see how that has turned out. Outdated equipment. We need better close air support. Well, you guys get better close air support. I want to scroll down real quick. No, it's not here. It's here. Political interference. We'll get better army stuff going eventually, I'm sure. Probably not by the end of things, but what are you gonna do? Let's do the Commission for Humane Warfare. War is hell, but does not have to be unduly so. It is undeniable that troops under our command have committed crimes against civilians in the past in ways which have harmed relations between the people and their supposed protectors. This cannot be allowed to continue. We should set up civilian oversight panels, party watchdog groups, and independent judicial structures to combat the potential excesses produced by an ongoing war. It may hamper the effectiveness of our troops and draw some resources away from other uses, but it will be worth it. Yeah, it looks like there's no downside to that at all, benefit-wise. Anyway, I'm gonna cut it here, gang. Thanks for always watching. Like if you liked this video, dislike if you didn't. Leaving comments, feedback, concern down in the comment section below. I read all comments again. Appreciate any feedback you might have for me. If you want to keep update when I upload, hit the sub button. Maybe even hit the notification bell. I upload weekdays as well as occasionally Saturdays. If you want to see me do sort of live, I have a Twitch, down in the description box below, along with some various other links, my Discord, second channel, and Patreon. That's it for now, my friends. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. My name's been Mr. Doggo333, and bye-bye.